Tell us about the Indo-Nepal relationship.
Tell me, what are the major challenge that you see coming from China as far as India's national security is concerned?
Between India and Pakistan, we are in a very different state of relationship now at the moment. If the war escalates, what will be the impact on India's economy?
Darjeeling area that is have the Nepal border. I think it's the very porous,
Yes.
So what kind of problem the India is facing on that border?
What is the importance of Bhutan for India's security?
Sir.
Please come.
Good morning, sir.
Please sit down. Tell us about yourself.
So my name is Palzar Chewang Sherpa. I belong to the district of Darjeeling in West Bengal. I have done my schooling from St. Joseph's North Point in Darjeeling. After that, I have done my graduation from BCom Honors from Shriram College of Commerce, University of Delhi. Since then, I have been preparing for several exams like the CAPFs and other UPSC exams as well. And during my free time, I like to play and watch football, and also I like to go for long runs in the morning.
Okay. This is the first time you are appearing for the interview?
Yes, sir.
CAPFs.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about Darjeeling. Why it is so special?
So Darjeeling is famous for three things. We call it the 3 T's. That is tea, tourism, and timber. And the local economy is mostly fueled by these things. And it is a popular tourist destination as well.
What is the present situation of the tea? It is birth or people are living that?
So there is some cutting down of workers in the tea factories because it is not as profitable as it used to be before. There are several challenges like climatic changes that have been happening recently, and other challenges like brand protection is not as good as, so there is a lot of tea from Nepal and Assam that is being branded as Darjeeling tea and sold in the black market. So for those things are there.
Tell us about the Indo-Nepal relationship.
So in India and Nepal have had a very brother-like relations since we signed the Indo-Nepal Friendship Treaty of 1950. Since then, it has evolved with time. And recently, we have seen that they are aligning more towards China, with China investing a lot in Nepal in terms of infrastructure projects like the OBOR. But since then, we've tried to maintain good relations.
The Darjeeling area that is have the Nepal border. I think it's the very porous,
Yes.
So what kind of problem the India is facing on that border?
So some of the problems are cross-border infiltration of illegally people migrate, and there are also instances of drug trade happening there. So human trafficking, counterfeit goods, and so these are the major issues that persist in the region.
Okay. Then how to address these issues?
Firstly, to have a good intelligence network in coordination with the state police and other intelligence organizations like IB, NIA, RAW. So these can be done. Further, community policing with the help of the local population who know the area better, and they can be used as a human intelligence resource. And so
You might have heard about the use of electronic warfare.
Yes.
What is it? And what do you understand by that?
So electronic warfare, so to my understanding, it is the unconventional form of warfare that uses electronic devices, like spreading miscommunication, and that is recently being used by Pakistan. So those things.
Okay.
Okay, Aljar, you've been volunteering.
Yes.
What was this all about?
So volunteering in the sense that anything that comes up in the community, like any cleanup drives or
Volume.
so any cleanup drives or any blood donation camps that are held in my area vicinity, that so I like to volunteer in those things.
What has your experience been on such instances where you had to volunteer?
So it has been fairly good. So
Why do you do it? What drives you to do it?
So there is some personal satisfaction I gain also from it, and at the same time I get to connect with like-minded people who also like to volunteer for the same things. So.
Can you give me an example where you had connected with other people on a particular instance where you had to volunteer?
So I recently went to last month. I recently went to volunteering in a monastery, local monastery, and I made a connection with a few monks there. So, and it was had several discussions with them. So.
No, but that is your own self growth. There is nothing volunteering about it. Volunteering is when you're doing service for others on voluntary basis, or when somebody requires your help, then you volunteer. If I want to go to temple, I don't have to volunteer for that. It is my own will. So how will volunteering connect to going to the monks and connecting with them? Because you want to learn something. Can you specify something?
So in the monastery, specifically speaking, there are several cleanup drives as well done on a regular
Cleanup.
basis.
That is a different thing.
Yes, sir.
Right. Between India and Pakistan, we are in a very different state of relationship now at the moment. If the war escalates, or not the war, if the situation escalates, what will be the impact on India's economy?
So a lot of resources will be used towards the war, and we will be further going away from the target of being a developed nation by 2047 by being Viksit Bharat. So a lot of financial resources will be targeted towards the war, so, and other military equipment and personnel will also be posted. So.
What else? Where all will incur the cost?
So incurring costs in terms of firing any missiles and other military equipment, and so mostly in those things. So, and our focus will shift towards more military action. So that's it.
If you are the chief of the army staff, what all would you like to spend on? Or if you are the CDS,
Yes, sir.
where all would you like to spend the money?
So firstly on deployment of the forces.
Deployment.
Yes, sir. And secondly the getting more equipment from military equipment from
hardware.
So like recently we got the Rafale jets
Logistics.
from, yes, sir, in logistics as well. So in
Okay, what
terms
else? Movement is very expensive. Suppose you want to move the shells from the factory to the forward area,
yes, sir.
transportation cost is very high.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Um,
What will happen to the trade?
Yes, sir. The trade also
Will it take a hit?
Yes, sir. It'll surely take a hit, sir.
And what else? If the trade takes a hit, then what happens?
So also movement of people will also be disrupted. So
Think of some other things. Would, as finance minister, would you not require to cut some budgets,
yes, sir.
say on things which are not of immediate importance?
Yes, sir. So those will be cut, and maybe, sir, the military spending will be increased in terms of the percentage.
So it has to come from somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, budget cut here to give additional augment the money somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
What else? Give it a thought.
So there might be an increase in the taxes, so tax rates, so that to
Increase in
tax rates, so
taxing.
yes, sir, to
Taxation.
accommodate for that extra spending that is done in the military.
What about FDI? It will increase or go down?
So it will decrease because
Decrease.
yes, sir, because there will not be a favorable investment climate, so people will look to repatriate the profits that they have already accumulated here, so to foreign countries.
Infrastructure development, what will happen to that? Take a back seat or it will get expedited?
So it will also take a back seat, sir.
What else? Day-to-day cost, what about that?
So that will also increase in terms of the
So we
military.
could list out these things, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Let me ask you a small question. You are a volunteer for setting up an emergency makeshift medical camp.
Yes.
There is some requirement because as things are going on these days, and you are required to set up a medical camp. Resources are not adequate.
Yes.
Now what will you do?
So firstly, I will look to have some sponsors who can chip in some money from nearby places who also like to engage in volunteering activities. And secondly, I will look to partner with civil society organizations and NGOs who also would be more than happy to contribute towards good deeds. Sir.
So how will you start? Firstly, you will have a look at as to what you have, what you need,
Yes, sir.
what is the gap.
So in terms of medical equipments and so those things can be arranged from the nearby
Exactly.
yes, sir, state.
So firstly,
health
identify
centers.
what you have,
Yes, sir.
and then you will see where I have to reach,
Yes.
what level of preparation,
Yes, sir.
the gap between the two. How can I cover that? How quickly I can do that? It's an emergency gap.
So we'll look to get those things from the nearby primary health centers.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
You have interest in football.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of Sunil Chhetri?
Yes, sir.
You know, Sunil Chhetri was recently brought back from retirement. What does it say about the status of Indian football?
So it does say that the talent in India, so they have not been nurtured properly to perform in the international stage, and it felt necessary to bring him back so that there is some order in the team and some much needed leadership also. So that I think so.
So, do you think this ISL
Yes.
that is going on for 10 years,
Yes.
it has failed to achieve its primary goal then?
So according to me, so I think ISL has focused more on foreign players, bringing retired national foreign players, and that has been the main point that they have focused on. Whereas in terms of growth of the local youth players, they have not fulfilled that objective, according to me, sir, like they should.
So, what can be done?
So there should be some government intervention in that, wherein they build necessary academies, training academies, and offer financial incentives to young players who are doing well by offering them scholarships in universities so that they can study as well, and at the same time they can perform in their relevant sports as well. So
You know, China has become a major challenge for India's security.
yes.
Tell me, what are the major challenge that you see coming from China as far as India's national security is concerned?
So we have a trade deficit with China. So that is the major point in terms of the economical.
How much is the trade deficit?
So I'm not aware of the exact figures. I have to look into it.
So that is one.
Yes, sir.
The economic angles. Okay.
So we have the military, the territorial expansionist policy of China, which it has carried out since a long time. So in terms of, they claim the whole of Arunachal Pradesh. They also claim they also are currently administering the Aksai Chin area and have claims over the Doklam
that
regions,
one border area.
border regions.
What else?
So China also is an all-weather friend to Pakistan. So in recent times, we've seen the attacks that have been going on with Pakistan. So they have also supported them in several multilateral institutions like the IMF, and Pakistan has gotten an extended fund facility just yesterday, so because of their backing as well.
So is it because of China they got that money? Does China have that kind of heavy weight in IMF that it can ensure money to bail out for Pakistan?
So not just China, along with other countries as well, not just
How
China.
is the voting done in the IMF?
So there is a 25-member board, and there is the vote is given according to a weightage system, so to different countries. So
That
What do you
weightage system is based on what criteria?
the economic criteria. So
So what is the voting percentage of, say, India, China, US? Can you give me some idea?
so the exact figures I have to check. So
All right. Last question I'll ask you.
yes.
What is the importance of Bhutan for India's security?
So Bhutan is a very strategic player in terms of India's security. We have signed the 2007 Indo-Bhutan Friendship Treaty, and since then Bhutan has been an all-weather friend to India of sorts. So we have a lot of infrastructure projects in Bhutan, like hydropower projects. We even buy the surplus electricity from them in terms of hydropower.
Security. I want you to focus on the security part.
In terms of security, so it is a deterrent in terms of dealing with China. China has been very active, especially in 2017 in the Doklam area. So in terms of that, so Bhutan has not had any formal diplomatic relations with China. So we can rely on them in terms of. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Paljar, we have already completed the formal interaction with you. Now we will give you some inputs for your further improvement.
Okay, Paljar,
Yes, sir.
found you that you are very articulate. You can speak well and communicate your ideas well.
Yes, sir.
And you are very well dressed,
Yes, sir.
neat appearance, you have a lot of self-confidence and you're stable. And you take to prompts very well and respond to the prompts.
Yes.
That's good one. And but only thing is that you have to speak a little loudly
Okay, sir.
so that you can engage with the board properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, otherwise they might lose interest. And then whenever a question like this which is given, you may not have prepared it earlier,
Yes.
like following part,
Yes, sir.
then you have to go by logic. What all will affect? If the present situation we have X budget, then we'll require more budget. Can't create more budget, so it has to be redistributed,
Yes, sir.
cut it out elsewhere.
Yes, sir.
FDI, shares will also crash.
Yes.
A lot of things will happen. So you must logically see what all aspects are involved when the war is there or likely to happen. What are the costs involved and how we can, what will be the impact of that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Well, I think you're a good candidate.
Yes, sir.
Few advice for you. One is that be brief to the point.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, perhaps you would know the answer,
Yes.
but you will miss out on the point. Say, for example, when I asked you security challenge of China, border you started explaining Arunachal Pradesh, and so I had to stop you, asked you then move on. Then you said Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
That is one angle. But almost 80% of now arms supply to Pakistan is from China. So, these kind of small details, if you give, because it's in the news,
Yes.
the facts and figures are there. Most of his fighter jets are
Right.
Chinese. If you can give a little bit name, figures, it will show that you really know the issue in there.
Yes.
When you say something like being a student of Shri Ram College of Commerce, bail out. So if you can give out some facts, figures, which is expected from a student like you, commerce student from Shri Ram College,
Yes, sir.
I had to ask you to see how deeply you understand. And I got the impression that you understand the issue, but you lack facts and figures. So this is how you have to prepare. So what you are supposed to do, look at your DAF. You have a very good DAF. Expectation would be high.
Yes.
So bring up all the obvious football. You gave good example. We need to set up more academy where children can go and become a student for 16, 17 years and all that, something like that. You are honest enough to say that ISL is failing
Yes.
because the purpose was different. Now it is only bringing some old, tired
Yes.
foreign footballers to play here. It makes no sense. All right. So have some facts and figures based on your DAP. Security situation within India and within our neighborhood. China is also a security threat because it is almost, its influence is growing in our neighborhood.
Yes.
Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. That's a big challenge. So have some facts and figures. Okay, China challenge. What is the China challenge? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the government doing? What the government can do? So your answer should have facts, figures, some insight.
Yes.
And that will show that you are. And the best way is to read the paper.
Yes.
Every day you have to read 2 papers if it's possible.
Yes.
Otherwise, at least 1 paper. And when is your interview?
So 14th.
Okay. So you don't have too much of time. But still, From today till 14th, read the paper every day. Pick up big issues, India, Pakistan, what are the drones, how it works, and
Yes.
all that kind of things. Your economic background.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll do very well. You're a good candidate.
Thank you, sir.
The points given to you, you have to work on that.
Yes.
Okay, you have a very little time. Mostly the questions will be asked from your DAF and the current affairs. And since you belong to the West Bengal, and West electronic warfare is there, new gadgets are being used, and so many new things coming. The impact of the financial impact, and how the world is looking towards the India and Pakistan. So you go through these things, you will find it from the newspapers only. Okay. Do you want to ask anything from us?
So about my dressing, so one
Dress is beautiful. You are looking very smart. Only if you tie,
Just
okay,
a
about the
point
tie.
about the tie, it has to be plain color
yes, sir.
and no designs,
Okay, sir.
like this plain color.
Okay, sir.
This color is all right. And shirt also you can go in for off-white rather than almost light green.
Do you have the black shoe?
So I have a brown shoe, sir.
Eh?
Brown
sorry,
shoes.
I didn't point it out, sorry.
So because
Black shoes.
with this
design.
kind of gear, you should be a black shoe. The rest is okay. Eh? All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.